I'll be with another
Like, I
man,
can't-
literally like cry while with the other man. He's like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "My ex."
my other man, I'm sad about my mother man about picking me up. What's up, CAYA family? Welcome back to another episode of CAYA. And yes, we are in Love Month, so you know the energy is going to be all about love, but with a cool little spin. We are excited about today's guest because she truly embodies love through her art, her presence, and how she shows up authentically. So joining us today is an incredible, talented artist, Ayah. Before I pass it to her, Ayah is an independent artist with nearly 420 monthly listeners on Spotify, 29K followers on Instagram, and music that really speaks to the heart. You may know her from her recent releases, Love University and Highway, both released in 2025, projects that explore love, vulnerability, and self-expression in such an honest way. Also love about Ayah is that she proudly wears her natural hair and stands firm in her identity, especially in an industry that does not always celebrate that. So without further ado, here is Ayah.
Hey guys, my name is Ayah. I'm 24. Thank you for the beautiful intro.
Yes, how much
I'm 24. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised, and I like to call myself the lover girl R&B Fairy.
Yes, the fairy.
I'm a Cancer.
Yes.
I'm emotional.
We love that.
I
Love emotion.
I like to spill my stories through the music.
You know, I know, like, because I was looking on Instagram too, and you're known as the R&B Fairy. Is that right? Where did that come from? Like, yes.
Okay, so the fairy emoji and the sparkle, you know, like the sparkles, like the 3 ones. I used to always send that to people for no reason, like, because I was just like, choose peace, choose love.
Just
so
fine.
in chaotic situations, in situations where I was angry, happy, whatever the emotion was, I would just send the fairy and the sparkles.
Period.
And then people would be like, that's like your brand. Like at this point, like you send that
It's sticking with you. It
so I'm
makes
like,
sense.
hey.
You're right.
I call myself by, and then I'm like, okay, people call themselves like the R&B princess or the rap queen of da 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 da. And I'm like, I want mine to just be cute. And since I use the fairy for everything, I'm like, I'm gonna call myself the R&B Fairy.
You're in, and it's fitting.
And then people started using it, and I'm like, wait, I didn't mean it. So I'm like, okay, cute, I love it.
Giving fairy energy.
We're gonna stick to that now.
In today's episode, we're getting into love from a few different angles. We'll be exploring Ayah as a person, her artistry, creative journey, and what natural hair means to her in the music industry. We've got 3 different segments lined up, so make sure you stay tuned because this conversation is going to be real and full of love. So Ayah, welcome to CAYA. Let's get started.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So, my first question for you is, so of course with us doing research, you created a platform called Love University and you also have a separate page for it, we see. So I wanted to ask you, what does Love University mean outside of social media and what inspired you to make that page?
Okay, I'll start with why I started Love University in the first place. For me, music has always been like just a journaling session. And I feel like I've had 3 other albums in mind before I even dropped that one. But I knew it was that one just because like the storyline. I was in a really toxic relationship and been there.
We've all been there.
And I kind of like, instead of letting myself get too emotional about how it ended, I was like, okay, you got to see this as a breakthrough. You learned lessons. And you know, like the memes that are like, oh, it's character development. I'm like, I'm tired of developing.
Damn, but
we're also constantly learning. So I was like, okay, love, school, learning. Let me see if anyone took Love University. Like the idea just came to my head.
Okay.
So I went on Spotify, I went on YouTube. I'm like, is there any albums called that? No album. So I was like, I'm stealing that name.
Period.
And then I came up with the concept of Love University and then try to just tell the stories of how I learned about emotions through like an experience of love. And then while I was planning like the marketing and the rollout and trying to like get it all to come alive, I was like, what if I make a separate account called like Love University for like the core people who want to listen? Because sometimes with like Instagram, it feels so portfolio like.
Like you got to stick to one thing. Like
it has to be aesthetically pleasing.
Different things.
So I was like, let me make a separate thing for people who do want to tap in and like, I'll give love advice. I'll highlight some lover artists. I'll just show like hearts all around and just like another side of it. So it's kind of like the Finsta for the lovers.
I love that. A Finsta for the lovers. I actually I think you're so on top of it because I honestly haven't seen that either on social media. And I think that like you said, like you have your more polished version on Instagram, and then you have like your little Finsta. But I think the Finsta, like it's super cute. Like I saw her and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for the episode. Because of course, like we're in the love month. It's Valentine's Day just passed. Like love is on everyone's mind, and I think that like it's so important for us to like continue to show that, like, and embrace it, especially as women, especially in this day and age. And so my second question to you would be, with Love University and how we talked about that, and you talking about your love and like how it kind of almost was inspired from a breakup, and like you just kind of wanting to like mix school and love together. What's like one lesson or the biggest thing that you want the audience to take away from Love University?
To love yourself. I feel like that's what my last song was about. Like, no, literally, clock it, clock it.
It's simple, but it is so like it's deep.
It's so simple because it's like, oh, self-love is so important. Always prioritize you. But as someone who's like such a giver and have like a people-pleasing complex with like relationships and men, I was like, you know what? I have to get that energy back to me. And that's kind of what the whole project was about. Like, I went through something crazy, but how can I still hold my power at the end of the day? And it's by giving that love and creating a whole project.
That is beautiful. Look, how can I hold that power? Honey, literally, look, I have therapy sessions and I'm still learning how to bring that power back to me, because in relationships, you literally pour so much energy outside of you to that other person. And then like once they're out the picture, you're like, and it's like, girl, let's bring it back. Let's bring the attention back to yourself. And I love that you said that, because it's like so true. And I feel like a lot of us, like, we also tend to lose ourselves in relationships.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that. I was like,
you know what I mean?
Your individuality, because you're so used to being with them on a daily. You're so used to pouring energy into them, especially if they're not pouring energy back into you. It's like you end up being left alone with no energy. No, it's like, how do I find myself? What's my passion? Who am I? What makes me happy? Waking up without that good morning text, like,
like you just feel a little different. Like, yeah, you know how you go through that heartbreak and then you're like, oh well, I'm never gonna love that way again. Yep. Or I'm never gonna give someone that version of me again. And it's just like,
but you know that.
No. Like that could be the next person. That could be your husband. Like, no, that could really be your husband.
That was your soulmate. You just fumble the bag with yourself, right? Because you're like, I'm gonna close my heart off. I don't know. For me, I still feel like I have a little bit of my guard up. I mean, that's just
that's real. Like, I mean,
but I always promise myself that like my purity or just like the way my heart is won't change. But also for myself, like I'm like F everyone else.
Right.
I need to keep my heart pure for me first.
My next question to you would be, what are the ways that you practice self-love?
Ooh. Well, creating music is one of my forms of self-love for sure. Okay. It's just an outlet. It's a journal. It's always been like a journaling session for me. So I'm able to like express my thoughts and like create something beautiful. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like I'm giving myself that love and energy. But other outlets, I would say honestly, friends. Like my girlfriends help me keep my brain.
Yes.
And I've been in situations with men where like they didn't even want me talking to friends about our issues, certain things, because they would know that like they were tweaking.
No, that's a real thing. Like, you know,
yes.
One of the signs, like for me, that I realized, or just like kind of seeing, like when you're with your partner, they shouldn't take you away from your life.
No.
If you start being isolated from your friends, like from your family, from things that you normally do before you met them, that's like a big red flag.
Literally.
Like, so you should have them in addition to your world.
And it also helps us like balance my brain, like kind of like a recharge. Like, oh,
yeah,
I was so stuck with this. Like now I see that like you could have a life without a partner. You could just like enjoy people around you, the people you care about. What else do we do for self-love? Go to the gym. Some
do that body, like, get active. The body moving.
Like, oh, you know what? At least I unbig my back today. Like, it's like, okay.
Everybody's talking about this unbig back. Like, it's why.
I came up with the whole like unbigging back season after my relationship.
Oh my God.
I was like, reasons that I'm gonna unbig my back.
Right.
But it was also my way of like giving that love and like holding myself accountable.
I'm like one of those people that I watch comfort shows a lot. Like I watch things that I already know. I don't really watch
The Office, like
Office lovers. We here. I do The Office. I do New Girl. I
love New Girl. New Girl is a good show.
I do Two Broke Girls, and I also do Broad City. It's like another like.
Yes, love Broad City.
Come on now.
Love Broad City. And like doing a face mask sometimes. Put in a little hair.
Are you into like the Metatube or Metacube?
Anyways,
you sleep on it, and you right. Anyways,
I need to get some.
I've been doing masks too. I don't know. It just makes you feel like
it makes you feel like $1 million girl.
Right.
Like, I put on my robe. I put on a little headband.
I'm not gonna go to the spa and spend $100, but I will put on this mask, and that's gonna be the same thing. Like yeah.
I'll put the incense in my room. The candles set the vibe.
So I wanted to like spin this into hair. Right, so you know the 5 love languages of like what is it?
Physical touch,
words of
affirmation,
gift giving,
acts of service,
quality time, and acts of service. Right. So I wanted to know, how are the ways that you have, well, I guess you bring self-love to your hair.
Okay, let's start with physical touch.
Okay.
The way that you touch your hair, you brush your hair, like
Mhm.
it's so important. It's like people tell me that kind of like your hair is like living with you. Like there's energy that's held.
Yes,
in
like
it.
even though like technically hair is dead, it still brings life.
Yes.
Okay, like it's the least dead thing about us. Like
That's
bring
what
it to life.
people talk about, like when you chop your whole hair off, like you feel like an energy release because it's holding all the energy
It
built up for like the
does,
years.
yeah.
So definitely like the way I brush my hair, after the shower, the products I put, the way that I put, I'm not rough or anything.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
physical
Literally,
touch.
when like I realized I needed to stop being rough or aggressive with my hair. Like, you know, when you're just in the mirror and your hair is just, and you're like, ah, and like you start, and you're like, oh shit, I ripped my hair out. Like,
Literally.
because you're like, your energy is aggressive and you're just like ripping your hair out, or you're like frustrated when your hair don't come out the way you want it. And it's like being gentle, like, you know, or like, the way that I detangle my hair now is like I start from like the ends to the root, and like that makes the difference. Because you'll just end up pulling out your hair.
So that's physical touch.
Okay, perfect.
Words of affirmation.
Okay.
I don't talk out loud, which I should sometimes, but I definitely like make sure like I'm like, you look good, your hair looks good. I like don't overthink it. Especially like when I get ready for shows or I get ready for certain like shoots, I always get nervous about my hair. That's like a big thing. I'm like, what do I do with my hair? Do I like, and then I don't like to straighten it because I don't want to ruin my natural hair. So I'm like, okay, do I do a bun? Do I do it this? But then it can't be tacky, and then I get stressed, and then that's when I start being more aggressive. But just like looking at myself and being like, no, girl, you could just wash it, leave it out, leave it pretty. You're gonna look good. Everything's gonna come together.
Speaking life into your hair.
Yes. 2 out of 5 now.
2.
3 more. Giving, definitely getting myself like headband. I love a headband. Like I love me a good headband to do like cute little ponytails with. So getting myself like hair
Accessorizing it, styling it.
Clips.
Got my bow.
That's so cute. There's like different hair accessories or hair products, leave-ins. I need my gel for when I do my bond. Acts of service. I would say the days that I decide to like do a treatment on my hair, that's when it's like an act of service.
I've been flunking with treatments. I need to get into that.
Same.
Have you heard of hot oil treatments?
No.
They're supposedly like really good for your scalp. You're not supposed to do them like every day or something, but it's like when you do like a deep conditioner, like maybe once a month, if you do a hot oil treatment, it's supposed to like have your hair to your waist.
Silky. Oh.
Yeah.
We did gift giving. Oh no, we have 4 mastered because we did acts of service, we did gift giving, we did physical touch, we did words of affirmation, quality time, learning. Well, I don't know if I ever mentioned this or if you know about this, but I wore the headscarf my whole life. So
wait, really?
So I wore the headscarf from age 8 to 18.
No way.
Took it off when I was 18 when I went to college, and I feel like from there I started learning about hair. And it was like really new because I'm like, I was so used to just putting it back and putting on a headscarf and calling it a day. And then when I started wearing it, I'm like, oh my God, I have to like learn how to like take care of my hair.
I know. I think that's like a lot of women's struggles is like when they choose to cover their hair for whatever reasons, you tend to put on the back burner. Like, okay, well, I mean, no one else is seeing it, so I can just, no one's seeing it, so I don't really have to take care of it or like pay as much attention to it. And I feel like that's a lot of, it's like, that's common. The head wrap, or do you do it just like for fashion reasons or like religious reasons?
Muslim household.
Oh, you're Muslim. Guys, look at that. Look at that. Look, Muslim sisters together. I was Muslim. So now that makes more sense. Like, oh, okay, she was like head wrapping. I was okay.
Yes, so I went a job from 8 to 18.
Okay.
And took it off. So I had to like be like, oh shit, like I have to take care of my hair.
Well, our Muslim girls can definitely relate.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
you're so used to, and same with fashion, but just like hair specifically. I would just brush it or I'll put it in a bun. Like when I first took it off, I did not know how to do edges. Still don't know how to do edges.
We can teach you.
Please. Like I told my girlfriend she did my edges the other day, and I'm like, how do you do that? Teach me. Instead of what I was used to, just putting my hair back and putting on a headscarf, I'm like, oh, now I actually have to take time to make sure like I look presentable, and not for others, just for like myself, like feeling good. Like, you know what? Today I'm gonna learn how to do like a swoop with the hair. I remember, like, and I watched like a 30-minute YouTube video, and I never take long to get ready. Like I don't like taking long. But like, you know what? Sometimes you have to make sacrifices and do like have that quality time.
On just like the side topic of that, with like women who decide to cover their hair, I think that they often get forgotten just because their hair is not shown, and like there's actually not really an audience catered to like how do you preserve your hair under the scarf. And I think that could be something that try to explore. I don't know, maybe that's something that we explore. Yes. But now I feel like we're like there's like more attention to it now, and like you're doing all of these like heatless curl buns you could put under your scarf, and they're talking about it more, because I think that when like there's girls like, you know, at the time when you were covering, like, I don't really do my hair, I don't really like, there's not a lot of education on it, and like it is what it is. But I think now, like, people are be like, oh, I actually need to take care of my hair under the scarf. Like, that's more of a conversation now. Okay, so I will give you the bonus because you did it. Like, you hit all, like, she hit all 5, y'all. She hit all 5. So, keeping on the note of hair,
Yes.
as you are on your way to growing and elevating as an artist, I want to like take a dive into the industry, what, you know, what that looks like. And so my next question for you is, so since curls are just such a visible way and like how you show yourself, how do you see your hair fitting into your identity kind of like as an artist?
That's a great question. Let me sit and process.
Right.
I really just think it's a part of me. I kind of related to like fashion of like you don't have to have one hairstyle or one fashion trend or one branding. Like the whole point of me as an artist is to show people the process of my life. So just like my songs, I might be going through a rough time of my life. So maybe that year it's gonna be more in my bag music. The next year I might be traveling the world, outside, like living my best life. Drop songs geared
Related
towards
to that.
there. So same with like my hair and fashion. I see it as the same. Like I'll change as it goes.
It's like evolving. It's always like switching and stuff. It's not like the same.
But at the same time, my hair is always the same. I'm not someone like I don't really dye my. I've never dyed my hair before. People tell me that like it's gonna.
I've only like I'm with you. Like most of my hair is like virgin hair. Like only the front of my hair, like I did like 2 blonde streaks.
Oh, me when I was in college. Like,
well, other than that, though, I didn't do too much experimenting. So I feel you there.
Most of my shoots and stuff, I just find ways to use my hair to do different looks. And there's also a whole other thing with like certain hair salons that like accidentally put products.
Oh yeah, we know about that. Right, like, oh, mommy, you want a conditioner and there's a relaxer in it. Why is my hair dead? Why is my hair not curling after?
Why would I take a my hair is not that curly?
The toxic side of hair that we need to also like bring more light to. Like, it's wild.
And that's why I'd be scared. I'm like, you know what? Once in a blue moon, maybe, but most of the time, I'm just gonna find different hairstyles to like with my natural hair. So like maybe one day I'll do a messy bun, have some strands out. Maybe one day for a shoot, I'll just like brush it out and have it like poofy and all out. I know that at a certain point, it'll have to be more harsher with like having my hair on point, whether it's like curly, whether it's out, whether it's straight, whether it's up. I know it's gonna be stricter because I already have like my sister's big into styling and she's like, "Ayah girl, like love the looks that you're doing, but as you keep going up on this music ladder, you're gonna have to start making sure your hair is super on point. So like maybe getting a curly cut, maybe start like learning how to do edges, start working with a hairstylist."
My next question, and I think you kind of touched on it already, was, you know, as you do continue to elevate and you become this big artist, because we're already manifesting that. You already are, but when you become bigger, right? Because you can always become bigger. When that happens for you, like with, you know, the expectations with the industry and expectations of like people like, oh, like you need to have your hair perfect, like you need to be a certain way. Do you feel like your natural hair journey will change? The industry standard right now is not natural hair. You know what I mean? Like, the industry standard for a lot of bigger artists I see today, it's like, oh, a lot of wigs. Like,
a lot of straightening.
You look at Nicki Minaj, wigs. You look at Cardi B's hair. Like, I have seen, like, Cardi B's hair natural, but, like, again, she's more wigs. So do you feel like you will stay rooted with natural hair?
I think there's always pressures that come with like elevating in any industry, like especially in the entertainment industry, which is like very looks based. You have to look a certain way. You have to go to the gym. You need a personal trainer. Your hair needs to look like this. You need to do this.
You gotta build like a lifestyle.
Like, it's like a kind of like a celebrity lifestyle that you have to live upon. There's definitely going to be shoots or things where they're going to be like, okay, I think your hair should like be super long for this, or we should add extensions for this. I don't think it's going to impact my authenticity as a person or as an artist, but I do know that like there's definitely going to be times where they're going to experiment with looks. Part of it's going to be fun because like I've never worn a wig before.
Oh my god, you should.
I've never had extensions.
It's fun.
Before.
It's real fun.
I wouldn't want anyone to like mess up my curls at the end of the day. So no, I wouldn't let someone dye my hair. I wouldn't let someone over straighten my hair. If they're to the point where they're like, your hair needs to be straight for the next 2 weeks for this music video, I'm like, okay, so we're doing a wig then. Guys, y'all not gonna mess up my hair. I don't think it's gonna get to the point where like my hair is gonna always be unnatural. Because I think I pride myself as an artist on like authenticity and just being the like most natural version of myself. It'll just have little like enhancements here and there. Like, one day you might see my hair be longer. One day my hair might be super out. And I think I'll definitely like use creativity and intentionality with like even the hairstyles I choose so that I'm still making sure like I'm being intentional with what industry standards expect.
Like, I'm not also like putting a wrench in the girls who do end up like changing drastically once they're like at a certain level. I think I'm just like curious because I do think there's like some
Some
like
girls do
somewhere
change
like somewhere
drastically.
within like it's like a complete like, oh, you know what I mean? Do you also think about like the way your audience will perceive you? Like the girls that look at you look up to you because, you know, they're like, oh, like I wears her hair like this, like I'm gonna do that. Like that will become a thing.
I never thought about that. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I still have like some sort of imposter syndrome. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that what I do kind of impacts
Yeah,
how
it
others
does.
think and do. And sometimes like even people hit me up and be like, "Oh, you helped me through my breakup," or "I kept listening to this," or "You made me want to start wearing corsets," or I'm like, "Oh, you guys are paying attention."
Like y'all actually paying attention.
I make music for myself, so I'm like, when people do enjoy it or it does make an impact, then I do have to start thinking. And I know, like, I will have to start thinking of like, oh, if my hair is always straightened, it's gonna make younger girls like me think that they have to have their hair straightened. So like, my goal is like, no, I wouldn't want it to always be like that, but I do want women to also feel like they could experiment. Like it's playing dress up. I'm playing dress up with my hair, with my outfits. If one day you want to have your hair all out and go ahead.
Basically, I is saying y'all do y'all boo and love yourself. Do you boo?
If
Love
y'all see me
yourself.
with my hair straightened, it does not mean to straighten your hair.
Like, your girl's just in a different mode, man. Like versatility.
It was just a mood for the day.
Yeah. That will close up segment 1.
Oh my
So segment 2 is going to be curls, confidence, and creativity. So we're going to be playing a small, quick game where I introduce her 5 prompts, and she's just going to finish them. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay.
Okay, so
lock in.
let's hop into it. Okay, so finish the line, CAYA edition. So prompt 1 is, my curls remind me that.
My curls remind me that I'm bad at this. Okay. My curls remind me that I'm beautiful. It's part of my beauty. I embrace it. I feel like so many people hate on curly hair sometimes. They're like, even last week I had my hair straightened and everyone at work was like, "Oh my God, keep it that way." I'm like, "Oh."
Shade?
So no,
Like, are we throwing shade?
like, hello?
I'm literally like, oh my God, you're so much prettier that way.
Oh my God, keep it like that. I love you with your hair. And I'm like, well, I'm
Passive
washing it
aggressive?
tomorrow.
Microaggressions? What's going on? Question or prompt 2, right?
Yes.
Confidence for me looks like.
Confidence for me looks like understanding the value that I hold, the things that I bring to the table, and the way I prioritize myself through the world.
Okay, I love that. I was straight to the point. It's like,
I
boom, boom, boom.
was like, I was bad in number 1.
No, she's doing it. These are real conversations, real time. Okay, no rehearsal needed. So prompt 3. Creativity flows best when I.
Creativity flows best when I am in the moment, when I'm by myself in my safe space, and when I'm in a zen, like in a zen, calm down, non-overthinking place to let my thoughts flow out.
Where is your safe space?
My room.
You don't mind me asking.
Okay. My bed with my candle.
That's mine too. I love these. I go to bed. Nobody's
Literally.
phone on the little movie
People
eyes.
like, when I start my music, don't text me. Like all my friends know. They're like, once Ayah gets into music creativity mode, we know that she's
like D&D. I'm
She's
doing my
D&D.
thing.
I don't-
How often do you feel like you take time to just like set aside yourself to just like embrace yourself in your music, or
Every
like
day.
is it sporadically? Oh, every day.
Oh, yeah, every night. Every night I have to, like, unless there's a night where I'm outside with my friends or a night that I'm like busy or have plans. But besides that, I try to make it.
You ground yourself every day in your music.
I have to, or I'll
That's
go
beautiful.
crazy.
You love that.
No,
Literally.
Like that is my therapy. Like to
Love
be able
it.
to sit and create and like put stuff out, because then it's just a bunch of thoughts.
So it's like one way to kind of like relieve stress, and also just like kind of for you to declutter what's up here.
Yeah.
Sometimes let it out, let it flow.
To relieve.
As I grow as an artist, I try not to lose.
As I grow as an artist, I try not to lose my humbleness.
Love a humble queen.
I really no, but really though, like that's one thing. That's why I said earlier, like I feel like I deal with imposter syndrome, or like not realizing how much I've actually done within these few years. Because yeah,
You're
like,
growing. Did you hear those stats in the beginning of the episode? Come on. She the big one, not the little.
But I also feel like I'm just always grateful. It was like I have a really close relationship with God, so I just believe like it's part of God's process. So that too, as I continue to go up. What was the prompt again?
It was just, as I grow as an artist, I try not to lose.
My relationship with God. I'll say that as a better answer,
Love
actually.
that.
Because that comes with more
God-fearing
response to
queen.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
And trusting the process that helps with like being okay with the unknown, being okay with not knowing what happens, being okay with like I might come into situations where maybe other people don't have morals or places where they're expecting me to sacrifice my morals, but I won't because of my relationship with God and how I know my story is going to be written.
I love that. And like we said, like industry will come with a lot of pressure, but like you stick, and again, like when you pour into yourself and you know who you are, we know who Ayah is. She ain't gonna budge. She's not budging. And our last prompt is my hair represents.
My hair represents my expression. I say my hair represents the way I express myself and kind of showing myself to the world. And I think that kind of ties back into wearing the hijab for like 10 years and like my whole childhood, where I felt like I wasn't able to fully express myself and had to like maybe be overly energized or try to find other traits to suffice for the fact that I have a part of myself covered. And once I took it off, I felt like I was able to be more myself.
You grow, like, and your hair changes, you change, like, you know, you and your hair, it's locked in. Like, people don't know locked in. Or even the way you, like, feel about yourself or the way that you present yourself, like, your hair literally mimics whatever's going on. If you are crazy, go depressed, don't leave the bed, don't get up, shower, eat, that bed hair is going to look crazy.
And that's what, like, sometimes during, like, rougher moments of life, the first thing I'll do is like just take a nice shower and wash my hair. Because even if I didn't have the energy or motivation to do anything with my hair, at least wash it and put your curling products. Like, just leave it out. You'll feel way better.
Hair is thirsty. I need a drink too.
Water. I was like, hey, girl.
That brings us to the next and final segment. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
We are flying through this. So we explored a bit of her natural hair, expectations in the industry, a little bit how she loves herself, and just all of the projects in which she works on that showcases love. We will be remiss if we didn't talk about her music. Like, come on. So we're going to dive a little bit to your music, the process behind it, and what you would love the viewers to know. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then we're going to close it out with another interactive segment.
Okay.
So when people listen to your music, what is something that you want them to recognize about you?
I know I mentioned this off camera, but like definitely lyricism and like my word choices. I grew up writing poetry. So for me, songs are just long poems. So I want people to notice like what stories I'm telling or what chapter of my life I'm in. I feel like all my music on one day is going to be seen as like the book of Ayah. So I want people to be like, oh, I know this story was about this time of her life and this story was about this. Whether it's used to like heal people, inspire people, or it's for people to like relate and be like, I'm not alone. Oh my God, there's other girls like this. Or there's other.
I can relate.
Like,
I can relate.
And also have both headphones in because I do a lot of layers with my music. So
Ooh, I love that. And I'm like,
I like
when you're,
hear
I love it. I love that in music. My second question to you is it harder to be vulnerable in real life or your music?
Is it harder to be vulnerable in real life? That's crazy because I feel like this question was just asked to me. Definitely through the music. It's easier to be vulnerable through music. I feel like I've been in a lot of external situations with people, family, where people would just call me annoying, or people say that like
I ain't never annoying y'all.
I'm a little annoying at times. Depends on the day. But people will say like I'm too vulnerable, or too expressive, or too like I have too much emotions within me. So that's why music became that outlet to kind of like release it all. Okay, like if none of y'all want to hear me talk, then the song is gonna hear me talk, and I'm gonna let
y'all gonna hear this.
Y'all gonna hear it one way or another through the song or through the song. Like that's it. I'm not gonna say I'm not vulnerable in person because I always am, but I would say it's easier to be vulnerable in music.
Like this is just me thinking. Do you think it's because when you do your music, you said that when you usually like work on it, you're alone and you're by yourself? And like that, it's always easier to do that when there's like not someone in front of you, or like, are you confrontational or not confrontational?
I'm very bad at confrontation.
Okay.
That's probably why too. Like I'm bad at like stopping people and like having that whole in depth, like, hey, this bothered me, or hey, like I usually just ignore it and then I'll put it in the song.
Right. It's giving passive aggressive.
No, there was times in college where like my ex would like piss me off that day. I'm like, I got something for that. I went to the living room and he's like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I just need to let off some steam and then I'll come back. Like, I wrote a song, you want to hear it? And he's like, yeah. I'm like,
press play. Here you go.
Okay.
This is for you. When you like write down your music, do you physically write it down or you put it in a
I
note
type it. I have a Google Docs.
Okay. So the reason why I ask that is because you know when they say like you journal, like that's a way of like self-love, of like manifestation and stuff. So I was like wondering if there's a connection of like you feel more vulnerable because it's like, you know, when you journal, like you're like manifesting and like putting it into one place.
I actually want to get into writing songs like handwritten. My thing is just I lose things too easily. So I would be someone to like, I've lost songs that I've written on paper. I used to write it on
I lose my phone. I would lose my phone. Like, I feel you.
Google Docs always stays in place.
Right.
Like, no matter where I'm going, it doesn't erase. I don't have to worry. But I do believe in like writing things down to manifest things. I think instead of using handwritten songs, I want to start handwriting like my goals and plans and like how I want the rest of the year to follow through for me.
So this leads me to my third question. How has your relationship with self-love influenced the way that you write your music?
Actually, because that's funny, like the last song in Love University was called Graduation Day, and that was about self-love and like just giving that energy back to me until someone could come make my life better. When I dropped the album, I dropped it hoping that like that person would see it at the time. Like I didn't drop it with the healthiest reasons behind it. And I remember like
see it.
People were asking me so many questions after, like, how do you feel now that you released it, your first album? Did you want someone to see it? And I was so emotional at the time because I'm like, damn, I really put all my efforts into this. That was kind of like my escape to giving myself self-love after the release and being like, you know what, I'm gonna work on a whole project and I'm gonna make it da 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 da. And he's gonna see it and be like, look what she did. Like, even though I've been through ABC. And after I released it, I think that's when I started entering my self-love journey.
You were still like probably holding on to a bunch of baggage with the relationship, and then like once it was released, it was like like oh, you know, you get to let go, like
not
letting
even,
this go.
I would say like 2 or 3 months after I released it, that's when I had that
let go. Okay,
because I still was doing it like hoping that person would see it or like still having an unhealthy connection.
You post a story and you post it for that one particular person you like. I'm just like scrolling like, did they do it yet? Like, I don't care about all y'all. This one person need to see this.
So I'm like, you know what, girl, you gotta love yourself, and that's why like most of the songs I've written after the fact have been more about like my life, my mind, my emotions. And it reminds me of like when I was back in college and I was like, I'm going to be anti-relationships and I'm just going to give myself that energy. And like the next project that I'm like currently working on is not even about that. It's like, like an ode to my younger self. Like I'm doing it like as like tribute to like everything that I've went through.
Do we have a sneak peek what the next project's going to be? Okay, sure. Coming soon. I'm
indecisive. Like I say something, I've been in like some like certain interviews or podcasts, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna release this, and then 2 months later, they're like, so she was talking about how she's gonna release this, and I'm like, it's actually not released. But I would love to. I want to release it because I'm turning 25 on my July, so I want to release an album for my birthday.
Look, men, we already left them in 2025, so that's okay.
We should have
left them alone.
We should have left them alone in 2016 when the summers were amazing.
Again, like we said, pour into yourself, sisters. Pour into yourself.
It's time to level up. Like,
right, leveling up.
And unless that person can help you level up, it's like, what are we doing? I don't know.
My last question to you is, you know, with you, you know, changing your music a lot and you wanting it to be like the Book of Ayah kind of storytelling, like, you know, this, you know, main album that you were expressing is about more like love and like men and heartbreak. And like your next project may not be about that. Do you think with like all the switching and stuff, do you think that there's ways that like people might misunderstand things about you as an artist?
No, I feel like the core of me is still the same. I'm still very storytelling no matter what type of song I do, what I'm talking about. I'm still vulnerable, whether it has to do with love. Like vulnerability doesn't only mean relationships. It could mean within myself, within mental health, within how I'm working towards my future. So I think as an artist, I want people to always just remember like to express yourself, that it's okay to be emotional and it's okay to have different stories. Like you don't have to stick it to one thing. The whole point of life is like, you're constantly growing, you're constantly learning. So the music and the stories that you have around that should reflect that. There was one thing though, that when I dropped, like Graduation Day is probably like my top like stream track out of the album. And then couples started posting to it.
Oh.
Like, and I was like,
wait, what?
I remember I was so tight. I was so mad. And I was like,
meant for that.
I literally dropped this song about self-love. Like, why are couples rubbing it in my face? That's so rude. Like, that's so rude. What
do you want the viewers, like, if you can just say one thing to the viewers, like, what do you want them to know? Like, one lasting moment about you, your music.
Ooh, a few. I'll say first, It's okay to be emotional. Don't let anyone ever tell you that like your emotions are too much for them to handle. The right person will always be able to handle your emotions. And if they can't, then you can. And that's where self-love comes into play. Stay true to yourself. Keep creating. Consistency is key. I'm like crazy when it comes to just like working towards what I like. And make sure you're genuine. I feel like we live in a world where a lot of people are ingenuine and it's hard to find like pure people around you. So when you find pure people around you, like make sure to show your gratitude.
Period. Deep and honest and simple. Love that.
I want to make it a moment.
Yes, honestly, I need that advice for myself. Okay, so that wraps up a little bit of the questions. So now we're gonna close with just the interactive segment. So it's kind of gonna be similar to the first segment of where I was like giving you like a prompt and you finish
Fill
it.
it.
But this is gonna be more geared towards like the songs that you have and the songs that you put out. So I'll give you a prompt and then
Okay.
you basically tell me what song you have right now relates to it.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
So your first prompt is feeling confident in your skin.
Feeling confident in your skin. Boom. I dropped a track called AI Land in the project, and it was about, it was more of like that, like snapback. I was always someone to be like a cancer super in my bag. And I was like, you know what? Let me make a song that's like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, you don't know my body. You're playing with me, but I'm not going to be sad about it. I'm about to tell you, don't play with me. You don't have enough time. Kind of like this, like, vibey, like, Afro R&B type of track.
So make sure to include them so you guys have all access to everything that we are talking about, period. So go stream, go listen. So my next prompt is self-love.
Self-love, Graduation Day by far. Graduation Day is definitely the song about self-love. And I actually wrote it like maybe like 2 months after I decided I was doing the album. Like that song wasn't even supposed to be a part of it. But I was writing it at work one day at like 5:30 a.m., groggy, tired. And I just heard the beat on my headphones and I just started like typing in my notes. I'm like, oh shoot, I think this is going to be my final song on the project. And I have another song that's called It'll Be Alright.
That's what I listened to.
And I did that for, I was young. Oh my God, I was like 22 at the time. I'm only 24. I'm acting like much older.
It was
but
a past
like I was so young. But I did it during Mental Health Awareness Month. And that was like college was a point where I struggled the most with mental health. And that's where, literally. And I wrote that song to just tell people like, it'll be okay. Like, you just sometimes you have to go to sleep and wake up and make that next day better for yourself. And I made like a whole video with like 30 creatives and they all did like these videos of like messages to other creatives that struggle with mental health.
Thank you. I love that. Mental health matters, y'all. Please take care of your mental health.
And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I feel like a lot of people don't take mental health serious. They're like, oh, you're just stressed or maybe you're just lazy. I'm like,
no. Okay. And that's like with the old generation too. I feel like they push that so much and it's like they don't understand. They're so ignorant to it. And it's like they work through they kind of work through, they never solved their traumas, they just worked through them or worked on top of it. And it's like when we're more educated, we're like, no, like I'm going through some shit. I can't operate like you did. I'm not ignoring this. Like I don't want to ignore it.
I'm trying to be a healthy person.
Okay. So my next prompt to you is letting go.
Damn. The real you. That was also Love University. And that was when I found out that he was just playing games. And I think it was like his mom ended up telling me like everything, like he don't love you, blah, blah, whatever it was. And I remember I was so upset. And my close friend, she called me and she's like, girl, like this is what we do music for. Sit in your bed, smoke a little something, and just write. Like, and I was like, okay. And I was like crying that day. And then I just wrote, why did he change? What do I do now? I just got to let it go for myself. And that was like my letting go release song. It was probably my most emotional song that I've written in that album too.
I love that. I mean, I feel like, well, I don't love that. Like, I don't love that, but I do love that, like, in a moment where I feel like you have, like, a lot of, like, self-doubt and just, like, because we've all been there, like, with breakups, like, why? Why, like, you know, like, why did you treat me that way? And, like, even just, like you said, like, you mentioned hearing it from, like, family members, like, oh, yeah, like, that man doesn't love you. Like, it's just, like, you don't want to hear that.
So a lot of my songs are about, like, letting go, though. Yes. It's, like, once you reflect on it and you let the emotions out, you're partially letting go of something already.
Real. And then my last prompt for you is Hopeless Love.
Fairy Tale. That was my third song in the album. Love Fairy Tale. And that was one of them that I told you that had a voice note in it.
Oh, yes. That's the famous voice note.
Literally, the song starts with like a recording of me and him, and I was just like, I love you, and he's like, I love you. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, I was so in love, and it was the first song I wrote about when we got into like when we got together. And I remember like I sat in this car and I showed it. I was like, I'm writing a song about you, and I'm kind of nervous, but I don't really write about like hopeless love songs or like romantic songs. And
Y'all was in it. Y'all was in it. Y'all were deep in it at that time.
It was me too. It was
That's
like,
right.
like,
I love this
song about you.
You all like to that man essentially. Yes, so I'm looking at what spring. I'm looking at dresses. Like, who's my bridesmaid's gonna be?
Literally, but like, what's crazy is that even though that's like my hopeless romantic type of like yearning song, I think I also foreshadowed the end of it because like in the song I was talking about like I wonder if we're just pretending like it's too good to be real life. So like, are we like is this real? Is this like a honeymoon or is this just
Is this a honeymoon phase or you actually look
like are you my honeymoon or are you just a honeymoon stage?
Real? For me too, it's like you like fall so quick and so deep, and then it's like you do get that like a kind of almost imposter syndrome of like, wait, hold on, it's too good to be true. Like I don't know if it is like sabotage sometimes, but like you do like okay, this love, like, am I deserving of it? Like, especially how fast you receive it too, or how fast you give it.
Because love bombing is real.
This is like, is this real?
I'm like a
lover girls. Girl. Like, I mean, you know, like there's like the city girls and the lover girls. Like, which one are you? You both? Are you like lover?
No, I'm ultra lover. I try like even if I try to be on like city girl timing, like I will cry the next day.
I'd be in the middle because it's like sometimes like city girl like whatever. Like I'm outside, I'm having fun. Like, and then the other's like I do want a man. Like I do want to get married, have kids.
No, city girl. I love city girl adventures. Don't
like
get
city girl activities.
We was out the other day having a ball, having a blast. That was like a blast, center of the party. But also like I'm just a lover girl. Like I would want that, and then like after we can cuddle, like,
where I go to the club, and I get my man after like that's perfect scenario. I can
cuddle back. Like, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to leave.
I'm have fun. So the balance of two, but definitely more of a lover girl. I'll be with another man. I literally like cry while with the other man. He's like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "My ex."
My other man. I'm sad about my mother man about picking me up. So that wraps up our set. Oh my God, you did so good. All right, CAYA family, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Huge thank you for Ayah for being here today. We loved how you share your artistry, your perspective on natural hair and what that means in the industry. Since it's Love Month, we hope this episode reminded you to lead with love in your creativity and how you show up and how you embrace your natural hair. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to show us some love too. Like this video, drop a comment below, and let us know what part of the conversation resonated with you the most. Make sure you subscribe to CAYA, hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We got more guests, more conversations, and more moments coming your way. Cheers. We're going to do a cheers to your career.
Oh my God, to our
career. And CAYA. To CAYA in the career.
Yes.
To CAYA in the career.
CAYA and Ayah.
CAYA and Ayah. CAYA and Ayah doing and elevating well.